Chocolate Man is back, and by chocolate I mean vitamin water. You might have noticed that I don't have a lot of vitamin water left. That's because I've shot this video twice. This is the third time I'm shooting this video. Just because I want a bit more standards from to get a bit more out of this video. So I repeat, it's because yesterday I filmed myself outside, and when I filmed myself outside, I started to delete videos, and I got into the habit of deleting videos just because I was filming it, I was not happy with it, and then I was filming it until the end, but then I deleted it and then do it again. So I built the repetitions because most of the times it's more about repetition than it is about the I don't know, the video. So it's so funny. This morning, everyone wanted, in the span of a half an hour, like so many people called me. I had a knock on the door. Like everyone wanted my attention in the span of like 30 minutes. And I was like, I'm still sleeping. And I wanted to sleep 2 more hours, and I did. But the universe was like, you gotta wake up. There is something happening. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna sleep. No, I woke up. I did the things that I needed to do. And then I went back to sleep for 2 hours. I was remembering the time that I was a manager because I was supposed to work from 9 to 5. But I was basically from 9 to 2, from 9 to 1. I was working like every 45 minutes to an hour. I was working like 10 to 15 minutes, and I was then sleeping. I had another alarm, and I was sleeping in cycles like this until 1 o'clock. So I was waking up at 1 o'clock. I was getting a coffee, and then I was off to work. Not really, but I was really getting myself off of the bed, and I was starting work at 1, 2, and I didn't even make a mistake. Never ever made a mistake. Like, and I was doing my job properly, even half asleep. So that's exactly how I was feeling. Like, okay, let's do this. And I did everything that I had to do today because those people were calling me for things to do, and I did them on my phone, even though it would have been so much easier on my laptop, but I was too lazy to get out of bed and get my laptop. And yeah, it was so funny. Like last night, I went out with a friend, and I just put new batteries in my alarm for my bike. And he was like, "Who's gonna steal a bike?" And I'm like, bikes are stolen so often that you cannot even realize. It's easier to sell a bike because it doesn't really have like a fingerprint or a facial identification or something that you have to get over to sell that thing, a password or something like that. So it's super, super difficult to just sell a phone, for instance, that you stole, but a bike is like super easy. You just post it and you sell it. So honestly, it has already paid for itself because it has deterred someone from stealing my bike when I was going grocery shopping. They were like trying. I would just went into the shop, and the alarm went off, and I went outside, and this guy was just running, and they were like, and my friend yesterday was like, and everyone else who I talked about this alarm is like, but why would you buy an alarm? I'm like, it's super cheap and it deters people. And I'm like, who's gonna be scared of that? I'm just gonna rip it off. And I'm like, no, you're not gonna rip it off. It's easy to rip off. Like, you technically can, but you're not gonna do it because it's gonna keep on ringing until you leave it alone for 1 minute. So you're just gonna attract more attention if you try to rip it off. It's like it's not gonna stop if you rip it off. So the only thing you're gonna think right then and there is like, oh, this bike is too much of a hassle. Let's go somewhere else. Let's find another one that's easier to steal. And that's the point. Like, I remember that joke where two people are running because of a bear, and like you just have to run faster than the other guy. Like that's the point here. Like the bike is harder to steal than other bikes, so the person is going to be like, okay, I'm not going to touch this one because it's too much of a hassle. And they're not going to even see it's this big, the alarm is this big and it's under something, so you cannot really see it. So it's technically they don't even know if it's incorporated into the bike or is it an attachment. So yeah, it's difficult to take those decisions right then and there. It's easy when you're having a beer and you're thinking rationally, but when you're something unexpected is happening, anxiety just kicks in. Like people don't think that people who steal bikes have anxiety. They do. They have adrenaline anxiety. They cannot think properly when they are doing something, except if something deviates from the plan, they're gonna shit their pants, and they usually do. So you can see them like they go like, oh no, then they go fight or flight, and they usually just run away because they it's the fear of the unexpected, the thing that deterred them. That the alarm is like, oh, is the guy gonna come now? Because is the guy gonna just run and be like, what are you doing? Because that's what happened when I was at the grocery store. So whenever adrenaline kicks in and anxiety, you're just gonna imagine the worst thing that could happen. It's the same with it's not really the same. I'm not, but I'm trying to make a point. It's the same with me yesterday when I was trying to film videos outside, walking in public places. I was like, someone's gonna say something. Someone's gonna be angry. Someone's gonna, and I was like, it's not illegal. I can do it. I'm not bothering. I am annoying, but I'm not really bothering anyone to the extent that doing something illegal is. Because you see all the time people talking loudly on the phone on video calls. You just go like, oh, that's an asshole, and then you just do your thing. Like that's the same thing with filming yourself, except it's a bit different because you are the only one who speaks. But it doesn't really matter. People don't really know that you are filming yourself in that manner. So it's funny. Like people imagine whenever they have anxieties and they have adrenaline, they imagine the worst scenarios. And in fact, reality doesn't respond in that way almost always. So, but I'm banking on this fact for the alarm. Even if I cannot hear it, they are going to hear it. They are going to to shit their pants. So, yeah, that's the way it works. It just freaks them out and it makes my bike a bit harder to steal because it's easier to steal another bike. And just like that, another night is over. I've built some momentum into working for some courses. I did some courses, I did some intros as well, and I filmed myself outside with the phone like a madman as in certain scenarios and certain environments that I'm not really feeling comfortable. And I've been getting a bit more comfortable with being loud on and also getting my ideas together and putting them together in a more coherent manner. That's what I've been working on. I can't really tell that if it's the same or what's stopping me really from getting to the same level as I am in my own home. I'm just having a period where my nose is so stuffed and I can't really talk properly because my vocal cords are getting damaged. If I have sinuses that aren't properly cleared, and I've been sniffing some water with salt, some distilled water with salt. I have a spray, and that has helped, but I keep on forgetting to do it every time I talk. Also, I'm kind of hyperventilating because while I was being sick, I couldn't put a lot of volume into my words and a lot of conviction and confidence. So now that I'm doing it again, my brain is like, whoa, we are in a trance. It's fun because I can now be able to speak at this volume with this confidence and this self assuredness, and be able to have this degree of consciousness, this degree of focus around me. I can focus on my hand movements. I can focus on my ideas. I can just be able to see in front of me, see the camera, look into it. Because I wasn't able to do this before, because this way of speaking was way too fast, and not only way too fast, but way too loud to be able to really concentrate on the things that I want to say and express. And the way I didn't have this degree of control, this level of confidence, this level of like pushing and really noticing the buttons that I can press and the things that I can say, and juggling multiple things and multiple subjects at the same time, without stumbling or fumbling my words as I did just previously. But it doesn't really matter, because all it matters is the repetitions, the proof that I can do it over and over and over again in all of these environments, and not only on in all of these environments, but also in my own home where I'm comfortable and I know what the baseline is for a video. I think that's enough for today. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.